Hey there, I'm Haley from Cedar Planters, and today I'm going to show you just how easy it is to assemble our planter boxes. First, what we're going to do is cut open our box and take out all of our materials. We're actually going to use our cardboard box flattened out as our surface to build on. This is just going to help protect whatever surface we're working on, floor, table, whatever works for you. We have all of our materials out of our box. We have our box for assembling our planter on, our base pieces, our hardware baggie, our 2 long sides, our 2 short sides, garden fabric liner, and our 2 sets of legs. Before we start attaching our legs to our planter box, there's one important thing to note. We're going to be assembling it upside down to begin with. So you want to make sure that the long supports on all of your sides are facing the same way and they're facing down. Now we're going to attach our legs to our short sides to begin with, and as you can see, we have our long supports facing down. You will take the holes of the legs and align it to the pre-drilled holes in your short side, and it should line up perfectly just like this. Then what you're going to need to do is open up your hardware baggie, and you're going to need a bolt and a nut and the wrench. There is a square part of the bolt here, and that's meant to go into this square hole that is pre-drilled on our legs. Then what you're going to do is you're going to take your nut, and you want the flush side of the nut to face inwards to attach to your bolt. So I'm actually going to put all of my bolts and nuts in by hand first, just using my fingers to tighten it as much as I can, and then you'll use your wrench afterwards. So now that I have put all of the bolts and nuts in by hand, I'm going to be using the wrench just to tighten it up, just until it feels snug. That feels snug there, so I'm going to repeat that for all of the other nuts as well. And then I'm going to attach another leg to this side of the short side, and my remaining 2 legs I'm going to attach to my other short side. Now we have 2 of our legs on our one short side and 2 of our legs on our other short side. So now we're going to take our one long side and attach it to our one short side. And I just want you to remember what I said about having our long supports facing down, and they should match on each of these. What we're going to do now is take the holes that are on the other side of the leg and line it up to the holes that are pre-drilled into this long side here. So as you can see, we've created an L shape here with this long side and short side, and we're going to do the same with this. We just want to make sure that our long supports are facing down on both of them so they're lined up. What we're going to be doing is taking these holes here and lining them up to the holes of this long side. And we want this L shape to be the opposite of this L shape because they'll be connecting to make our planter box. Now what we're going to do is take our 2 L's that we've assembled, and we're going to attach them together to make our raised garden bed or planter box. So now that we have our raised garden bed or planter box assembled, we're going to do the rest of the steps. But first we need to lift our garden bed off of our table and flip it right side up. So now that our planter box is flipped right side up, we're going to be putting our base pieces in. You'll notice on the base pieces there are holes. This is for good drainage and airflow. Additionally, when you're putting your base pieces into the box, there can be up to a 1/4 inch gap between each piece, and that is totally okay. So now it's time to put our liner and our soil in. First step, you want to unfold your garden fabric liner. You're gonna just spread it over the box as evenly as you can. A good tip is just to have the right amount of overhang on each side. Then you're just gonna press it in so it kind of holds a shape. Just like that. Then we're gonna grab our soil and we can start to pour that in. So one thing you want to make sure of is that your planter box is in its forever spot before you put your soil in. If you do need to move it after the fact, just remove the soil first to make it as easy as possible. So our final step is just to clean up the liner a little bit. We're just going to tuck it into the side to make it look nice and neat. So now you're all done. Amazing job. You can go ahead and plant some vegetables, herbs, flowers, whatever you like. We really appreciate you supporting our business. Happy planting.